Hi guys, so today's video will be about my highlighter collection, and to be honest, I think I have more highlighters than anyone needs in a lifetime because highlighters, they just never get empty. I don't know why. What I will do is I will go from cheap to expensive and I will swatch them on my arm and then we can do a comparison at the end. So the cheapest one clearly is this one. I mentioned this one in one of my other videos before. This is actually a brand new one. I also have this one, a second one, but the other one is actually broken and I need to repress that one. This is from Poundland, and as the name already says, it's £1. It's the Makeup Gallery Good to Glow highlighting powder. This one is, I love it because it's not a very strong one, but then again you can actually use it pretty much all over face like a finishing powder, and it's just really nice. It has like a rosy sheen to it. So this one, love it, love it, love it. And for £1 it's an absolute steal. Then this one from Wet n Wild, this one from Wet n Wild, and this one from George at Asda, they're roughly the same price range, £4.50 to £5. So I'll group them together. So this one is actually quite famous. It's the Wet n Wild MEgaglo. This one is in the color Crown of My Canopy, and to be honest, this one I actually can't really use because it's way too dark for me. So as you see, there we go, it's like a really dark bronzy color. I do keep it though, and I will use it next year for a bit of body highlighting, maybe on the legs, maybe on the shoulders. So still, it's a really nice highlighter, especially considering the price. Then the Wet n Wild MEgaglo Illuminating Palette is just huge. This one is in Catwalk Pink. And let's open it up. The two colors on the side are a bit too dark for me again, but the two colors here, they're definitely a good highlight. I'll actually try to swatch them separately so we don't mix them up. There we go. They're not as strong as a highlight I actually find than the MEgaglo one. It's still a nice highlighter, especially if you prefer a bit more of a subtle highlight. Now, this one is the George Asda 4 Shade in Highlight Palette. You get actually 4 for the price of £4.50, I think, or was £5.50. I will link it below. And you have the color Luster, which is like a silvery, and I mean, this highlight is pretty good. Then you have Sunset, very nice as well. Then you have Goddess. Again, this one is actually a bit too dark for me. It's very similar to Crown of My Canopy. And then we have Glow. By the way, here you see it again. Glow is the pinkish one. And I must say, the ones from Asda are pretty damn good. Very happy with that one. So 4 Shade and Highlight. You can actually see, even though it's quite cheap, the main ingredient is mica, and that's pigment, and that definitely shows in this palette. Now, this is a highlighting stick. Actually, yeah, we do that one, because to be honest, I don't really know how much this one is. It was in one of these, I think it was a glossy box or something. It's MUA Luxe. So I'm guessing it's similar to this one. I have the Strobe and Glow highlight kit from them, and I think this one was £5 or £4. Really cheap, so I'm guessing this one is pretty similar. This is a stick highlighter. You can see there are like 3 shades in there. The dominant shade is quite a dark one. It's like this bronzy one again. This one I will pack actually up here. Let me actually do it like this, so hopefully we see the different shades. Oh yeah, a tiny bit. But yeah, the darkest shade is very dominant. So again, this one I actually can't use on my face. It's just too dark, but I'm happy to use it on my body, which is why I keep it. And to be honest, you get quite a bit of product. Does it actually say how much? Just a 3 shade highlighting stick. So yeah, it's still a nice product though. Then, oh, my lights just flashed. It's the MUA Luxe Strobe and Glow highlight kit. Now this is an interesting one. It has 2 layers. The top layer is the powder, the bottom layer is the cream. The powder one is awful. So let's go here next to the, I don't know if you actually can see it, and we get a bit more. The top is just really awfully chalky, and it has, in my opinion, no highlight. Saying that though, because it is a bit chalky and has a tiny slight hint of pinkish color to it, I think this one would be actually a good finishing powder, so I'll try to use that one up. The below though is awesome. So this is the cream, and you can see already on my finger. And when you put it on, it's just mental. It's a bit too much, you think, now for the face, but actually you can blend it out quite nicely. There we go. And I do like it. So this is actually better than expected. So, nice little kit. Then, actually I need to clean my finger. So there we are, I can give the fingers a clean. This in is the Makeup Revolution one. Just, yeah, Makeup Revolution. This is the Renaissance Glow one. And this is a bronzer and a highlight. So there we have it. This one I actually quite like. Firstly, I love the compact thing, that though it has like this rubbery feel and it gets really easily dirty, but when you buy it, it does arrive with a little pouch where you can put it in and try to keep it a bit clean. So I will not switch to bronzer because it's all about the highlight today. And this is actually quite nice. There you can see it. It's a really nice little sheen and I do like it. This one actually really suits my pale skin. So very nice. And this one is £8 in the shops, but I would look out for offers, because if you, for example, get it in Superdrug often has makeup offers going on, 3 items for the price of 2 and stuff like this. So then you get a bit cheaper. This is what I actually did when I got this one. So now the more expensive highlighters. So this one is from Clinique, a highlighting stick, chubby stick sculpting highlight illuminateur visage. This one was actually, I think I bought some lipsticks and they gave me a little goodie bag and this one was in there. And first I thought, oh my gosh, they're giving really big samples actually in there. But actually, when you get it out, this is it. Like, it doesn't go any further. This is everything you get. Which is not a bad thing though, because I have too many highlighters anyway. And this is a really pearly rosy sheen. Not a cream highlighter. Let's put it here. I do actually quite like it. You need to blend it out a bit, otherwise it's a bit too much. But it's actually quite nice. It's not as full on as the MUA one, but to be honest, sometimes you just want a bit of a rosy sheen, so that's really nice. I do like it. Then this one is one from Ciate, the Glow 2 highlighter. Doesn't actually say if there's a specific color. This one was in the Ciate Advent calendar from this year. There you have it. I used it a couple of times. It's very nice. Oh, you're kidding, it fell out. Oh, it survived. It is in this little plastic thing. So unfortunately it's plastic. Oh, there's actually the color Moon Dust. And I can't put it in any magnetic palette because it's plastic. So there you go. And this one is lovely. It's a really nice sheen. The powder itself is really fine and I do like it very much. The other highlighter from Ciate, and to be honest, I'm not 100% sure how much these ones are actually in full size, but I put it in the expensive section. This one I know. This one I think was £26. This is the Ciate Rainbow highlighter. Absolutely stunning. It looks a bit scary first because you think, oh, rainbow, it's not really wearable, but actually for every day, if you swipe all colors, you have like this beigey highlight coming out, so it's not that bad. It's actually, do I still have space on my arm? Let's swatch it next to the other Ciate Moondust one. So you can see the Moondust has a bit of a pinky sheen to it, and this one is more like of a silvery beigey sheen to it, but still very subtle, and I actually quite like it. And you can build it up, so you can actually add it up. So this is absolutely lovely. I do like it. And then the most expensive one. This is from Givenchy, and this is actually a powder, a whole body highlighter. It's like a powder. It came with a little poof, which I couldn't find earlier. There we have it. I must be honest, this one I have since ages. I think I have this bottle since like 8 years, and it just, I mean, I hardly used it, but it's somehow in my stash and I absolutely love it. It's nearly full still. So I turn it around to get a bit here on the tip. There we go. It's very, very sparkly. This is amazing if you go to a party or something. Let me actually put this one on the hand. It's like tiny bit rosy, but just really, really sparkly. Let me dip in here actually. Oh, too much, too much. Look at this. It's so finely milled. It feels so nice when you put it on the skin. And it's just incredibly sparkly. So you only need a tiny, tiny, weeny bit and it sparkles everywhere. Love it. But saying that, I wouldn't really use it for the face because it's just too sparkly, but it's absolutely amazing. It's such a fine powder. And now I have it on my fingers as well. Sparkle everywhere. But overall, if you look at it, I mean, here we literally have, whoops, from cheapest to medium cheap. These were the Asda ones. This was Poundland. And actually, the last one here was Poundland, and the darker one was the MEgaglo from Wet n Wild, then more Wet n Wild. Very subtle actually, the other Wet n Wilds. And then we go to the more expensive section. Actually, not necessarily. This one was quite cheap as well. This was more from MUA. Bit too strong though, to be honest. I think maybe if you like more subtle glow on the face, apart from that really chalky one in the middle there. But the Ciate are definitely my favorites. But of course, price-wise, they're really expensive. And if you think about it, you can go pretty similar with the Asda ones. So yeah, it really depends on what you want from the highlight. If you want like full on, well, definitely that one is too dark, but it will be fine in summer next year on my legs. But it doesn't really matter. You still can get really good highlights for really cheap prices. But yeah, that's it. That's my whole highlight collection. Let's see how much I can use up next year, because I will be on a no-buy all of next year, because clearly I have too much. And to be honest, I'm actually looking quite forward to really dip more into them and really use some of them up. And I'm looking forward to even pen some of them, because even if I pen that Ciate one, I probably will keep the compact and maybe repress another powder in it. So I'm still happy to pen all of them, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. So let's see. But I definitely can glow to the moon and back. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment and subscribe to my channel.